It's so depressing. It's so depressing. Hanniser says all of this bullshit is happening because people refuse to face their childhood trauma. In case it was just Israel messing with Scott, he shouldn't have given the State Department any ideas by bringing up the stamp of shame. He may have gotten his passport back unmolested. Now they'll stamp it Sparky. Conspiracy, the feds call it collusion. Same shit. Hypocrisy. Zabad. If artificial intelligence was sentient, it would be jealous of you. Okay, have a nice day. I'm Herschel Sterling, and I'm here to help. Thank you, Herschel Sterling. It's the stuff break that helps us get through all the bad news. Seaweed. If you don't see that all organized religions are evil, state and church is the greatest threat to freedom. If you just want something to hate other than yourself. Sabad. Thank you, Sabad. Dr. Drew had raided the stream earlier. Thank you. Okay, I'll get you some water in a minute. China and Russia were selling off U.S. treasuries years ago. Russia even pulled back their own assets like gold. They economically prepared for sanctions before they finally went into Ukraine. Vientikis. Entertain escaping consequences with Netanyahu. Fauci played a substantial role in unleashing a mass global death and destruction. If consequences ever come, he's the first in line, leading with defeats a mistake. Seaweed. We should have nuked Moscow in 1946 before those commie traitors leaked nuclear secrets to Russia. Commies are going to be downfall of the world. Yush. Hannah, sir, this is what you get. Hold on. This is what you get when an entire society completely avoids the topic of child abuse and trauma, shuts its eyes to reality and the consequence, and all live in denial for millennia. Thank you, Hannah, sir. Italian Stallion here. That plan sounds like the Civil Republic military plan in The Walking Dead until Rick and McIlhany stopped them. Did I say that right? Billy Bob. Destroy, destroy, destroy. These are people with deep, severe childhood trauma buried deep in their consciousness that's driving their insane obsessions and compulsions, and where they're oblivious victims. Hannah, sir. Oh my goodness. Things are more like the Dr. Strangelove film than most people know and would feel comfortable with. Sparky. What about Mineshaft Gap? Sparky 63.
We cannot afford a mineshaft gap.
Don't forget about John Edwards' hush money. Not lately. Jimmy, we have to stop putting useless hope into politics. New Bernie type who's real this time. Useless protests that come to nothing. Bring on exorcists to teach us spiritual warfare against evil. Sandra, thank you again for the reminder. Aqua H. Thank you, Aqua. I agree with Sandra, but I see it through a lens of trauma and brain damage, not demons and devils. Most important things you can do is heal yourself so you then understand what's going on. Doing without understanding causes the problem. Hannah, sir. All right. Thank you so much. The origin of COVID and Event 201 are directly tied together. You have to do a story on Event 201. Solidus. Jab injuries are not long COVID. Purple glue. I'm just sitting here waiting for something simple like why hide vaccine data to trend. Vienticus. Second the story on Event 201. Has Jimmy heard of it? Yes, Hannister. Thank you so much for that. Vienticus. I think she needs water. Yeah. Will you just bring me a bottle of water? It's right beside the fridge.
Oh, is that what she was doing? Asking me for water?
I think so.
You bargained me a lot when I came in. Now you need something.
To me, the whole too much bad news is like I'm never going to pay attention to the weather report while living in a tornado alley. Vienticus. Lab leak or not, they gave a cold and name and stopped the world. By the way, coronavirus is a cold, not a flu. Sparky 63. To me, the whole thing, too much bad news. I read that one. Vienticus Prime. Come here. Betsy, come here. Come here. All right. She went around the room. Hi. She went around the room. That was so cute. I saw her standing up on you. I was like, what's going on? I'm ready for World War III. I bought a really great umbrella. Fatouche. Thank you, Fatouche. And okay, I read that one. All right. Melsh. Yes, we miss Brownie too, Melsh. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Did she just burp? Okay. Sorry. Yes, we have Betsy. Betsy, come here. Come here, honey. Come here. Let me see if I can pick her up. She's a big girl. Come here. I'm going to pick you up.
Wow. So I was just looking at his Fauci's Wikipedia.
All right, let's see here.
Fauci was around for HIV, AIDS.
That's Betsy.
Swine flu.
Hold on.
Is it?
There we go. That's Betsy. She's much bigger than Brownie.
Yeah, she got very big.
Oh.
Was it water? Was that the issue?
Yeah, the water was the issue.
Will you give me...
She weighs over 38 pounds compared to Brownie, who weighed under 7. So that was a heavy lift for me right now, folks. That was a heavy lift. Heavy lift there. Heavy lift. Oh, my gosh. All right. Jimmy is guilty of scientific heresy. Sparky 63. Consequences are important not for the retribution and the vengeance, but so that people wake up and learn. Yes, we need healthy brains, hearts, and souls. People compulsively repeat what was done to them in childhood. Hannah, sir. Lab leak or not, they gave us a cold and name and stopped the world. By the way, coronavirus is a cold, not a flu. I read that. Okay. I am all caught up, Jimmy.
I think it's a flu.
Oh, you think it's a flu?
Do we have I think it's more like a flu. That's what Bill Gates says, and why would he lie?
Heavens to Betsy. That's so cute there, Sage. Sage Rager. Black Dingo, she is lovely. She is lovely. She puts her eye makeup on every day. Melsh, that's Betsy. Thank you, Melsh. Bootiful. Thank you there, Pobbletoes. Pobbletoes. Yes, she is a big girl. Big dog. That's right. Realistically, there are no wars anymore, just war crimes. Wow. You are correct about that. Kiss.
Okay, ready?
All right, we are ready. Back to Jim.
So this guy, Censored Man, tweeted this out. He said, here's something bizarre I stumbled onto. The current CEO of AU-10TIX, however you say that, the company that has deep ties to Israeli intelligence and is used by X, Twitter, to verify its users' IDs, is a man named Dan Yerushalmi. Before becoming the CEO of this AutoTix, Dan served as CRO and Chief Customer Officer for a company called Checkpoint Software Technologies. That Checkpoint Technologies is an American-Israeli cybersecurity company that operates out of Tel Aviv. The founder of that company, Gil Shwed, served in Israel's intelligence unit, Unit 8200. That company is also rumored to be collaborating extensively with the Israeli government and intelligence. We have evidence of this happening on at least one occasion when the company worked with the Israeli government to form the consortium IC3, which was established by Israel's Ministry of Economy to address national cyber needs. The co-founder of Dr. Eli David's company, Deep Instinct, is a man named Nadav Maman. Maman, also ex-Israeli intelligence, held various senior management positions at CPST for over 6 years. But let's go back to Dan. Dan was also once the president and business manager of EMEA for Amdocs. You know, the company that was investigated by the U.S. federal agencies in the early 2000s for being used by Israel to eavesdrop on U.S. government communications? Yeah, that Amdocs. In 2016, Dan was named one of the 100 most influential CIOs in the world by CIO magazine. Well, that's the CEO of AutoTix for you folks. It's actually so funny how everything connects with each other. Will Elon Musk reverse this decision that is a clear violation of Twitter's user security? So when you get verified, when you have to give your ID, a government ID now to Twitter, and they're using this company that he just described to you, which got caught spying on, and it's connected to Israeli intelligence.
So to get your blue check mark, it goes through Israel now, is what you're telling me?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So Jake Shields, friend of the show, said, next month, Twitter is going to make me give my ID to an Israeli company connected to their intelligence agencies. My ID has my home address on it. I get weekly death threats to me and my family from Israel and the IDF members. They even write my name on bombs, and there it is. The IDF is putting Jake Shields' name on a bomb. He then says, hey, Elon Musk, some of us with verified accounts have been publicly threatened by the IDF. Do you think it's a good idea to hand over our home address to the Israeli government when their soldiers are threatening to kill us? Elon Musk responded to Jake Shields, and he got community noted. He says, "Why would we have your home address?"
What?
What are you, playing dumb? Community note said, generally ID documents in the United States include a person's home address. He got community noted. Why is he playing? Now he's acting like Anthony Fauci, like he's that dumb. What? Why would we have your...
Remember when Jordan Peterson called for having your ID to go online around
Yes.
the time when he started working for
That's because the Israelis want them to have. And so this guy responds to Elon, says, because our ID has all our personal details, address, etc., social security, etc. And then Jake Shields says, is he really this stupid? 12,000 likes. Ian Carroll says, because your ID verification system is being done through an Israeli cybersecurity company founded by an ex-Israeli intelligence man, you're forcing all of us to give our personally and biometric data to the Mossad. They kill people who get too good at criticizing them, just like the CIA. So that, you tell me. I mean, the Mossad or someone like them already tapped into my phone, got control of my phone and my computer. They already did that. They used PEGASUS, which it costs millions of dollars to get that. So that's why we know it's a nation state. It's not a person. So it's probably an intelligence agency.
Maybe it's the Ukraine one.
And so maybe it's the Ukraine one, but they all work together. The Ukraine intelligence works with the CIA, works with the MI6, works with the Mossad.
Yeah,
they
all of our infrastructure. Just so you
what's
know,
it called? Five Eyes? What is it called?
Yeah, Look, all of our infrastructure before 9/11. He was right about that. What's it called? So that you remember how it went away when we started a Great War on Terror, which suddenly we're lurking into that no more. But I remember that vaguely. Israel was spying on it. It's already been put in place. Like, don't even worry about it. If you're worried,
so they are. I mean, they already got it.
Yeah, they've had it for a while.
But the thing that annoys me is him playing dumb.
Remember what Matt Taibbi said about how it seemed like a totally different guy sometimes?
That he could be one guy one moment and another guy another moment.
Yeah, remember that MK Ultra thing that he played? You're going to start noticing these weird details, I bet. Hey, that's weird. It's like a totally different guy that doesn't know the thing he said. Those are going to start piling up for you, and you're going to be as crazy as I am.
Anyway, that's a bummer. Big bummer. Over to Steph.
All right.
Shut it down.
If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, the babies that have been murdered, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, money poor people. This government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. We don't really know what war is. For black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. They're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. We have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating what we need, what needs to be done. And, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. Don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, this system and those backing the officials running the system, want people to believe that revolution means violence, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. When people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. They get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. Every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit